What is happening on the west coast of South
This
Africa?
is a active mining area. You're not allowed on the beach.
Onze heritage. So jy kan nie in onze heritage om gate te gaan.
More than 500 kilometers of South Africa's west coast are under threat from mining. That's not just land, that's fishing villages, surf spots, ecosystems, and sacred ground being erased in our lifetime.
The wildness of the West Coast is what I come here for. There are very few places in the world left like this.
By sheer coincidence, I found out about a local running event that is aimed at bringing awareness around the destruction of the West Coast from mining operations. This company, this NGO, is called Run West.
On the west coast, it's obviously a very mineral-rich coastline. It's an area now that's extremely vulnerable, with no real regulations in place to look after the place.
Run West is a non-profit company that uses trail running and outdoor events to promote environmental awareness, healthy living, and community connections along South Africa's west coast.
These guys showed up on the beach here about 2 months ago. None of them can provide us with the correct paperwork that gives them permission to mine this beach.
Why are these operations not being reported in mainstream news? I'm not sure if any of you remember, but not long ago, the Shell Corporation intended to undergo seismic blasting surveys in the Eastern Cape in search of oil and gas. And through pure awareness and dedication, this operation was halted. Why should we treat the West Coast any different? I assume it's one of those places that's out of sight, out of mind, and I'm hoping videos like this kind of change that. I understand that we are a country on the edge of economic catastrophe. I know these operations create jobs and bring in money for the economy, and this is unfortunately where I find most of the tension in the type of content that I'm trying to bring to life. I'm finding it hard to balance my undeniable desire for environmental sustainability and an economy that literally needs an abundance of work to survive.
At this point in time, the mining industries have been sort of given carte blanche on the whole entire coastline. All the other industries like tourism and agriculture, everyone's sort of been pushed to the side.
But something deep in me believes that all of this still benefits the greedy hands of top-heavy CEOs and public companies rather than the local people and the local animals and the local land. I've seen some photos of these destructive extractions taking place and it's nuts. The landscape looks like the moon. It just looks so desolate, so broken, no chance of regeneration. And if this is how we're going to continue to do it, the West Coast is not going to be the West Coast anymore. The West Coast is going to be a desolate landscape with no life. The wild places that we love along South Africa's coast are going to continue to be destructed if we don't actually do something about this.
We can't even keep up with the amount of mining applications. If that's going to happen, Doran Bay is not going to be the same in the future. The whole scenery will change, and for me it's going to be a shocking affair to see that happening.
What is the answer to all of this? I don't know. All I know is that we need to at the very least bring awareness to the fact that our wild habitats are being exploited. At the most, we need a movement of people who see and feel our sacred land as part of us, part of creation itself. We need strong national park measures like in the USA that goes beyond protection. It's like a goddamn religion, which it fucking is. Nature, to me at least, is God. And to go in with dirty, greedy hands destroying our natural environment is to destroy God. Thanks for watching. Thanks for caring. Please comment if you resonate or have any personal stories about the West Coast or beyond. See you in the next one.